So I didn't get to do a morning climb for the person I'm climbing for right now because of being on shift and we got busy. So now I'm going to get back to business. And this climb is for Battalion Chief Thomas DeAngelis, Battalion 8, Manhattan. He was stationed with Engine 8, Ladder 2. They call it the 8 ball. And this is to take and honor Battalion Chief Tommy DeAngelis' 20-plus year career with the FDNY, and to keep his legacy moving forward. So here we are again, second day on tour, and now I'm going towards the fourth milestone of getting 100 brothers to that vertical. So here goes the 76th brother of the 343 commitment for Battalion Chief Thomas DeAngelis. So we got 7 verticals, as you guys know already, and about 8 floors, and this climb will be over. And Battalion Chief Thomas DeAngelis, Battalion 8, will be at the 110. So, here we go. First vertical. So this is, yesterday was pretty, pretty tight as far as the climb. Getting my 75th brother to go vertical. I didn't think that would be happening anytime soon. And yesterday reached the 3rd milestone, and now it's onward and upward. Going for the 4th, which will equal 100 brothers have gone vertical. And I'm hoping to have that one completed before I get to New York City to climb World Trade Center for. What's up, James? Just climbing another climb, brother. For Battalion Chief Thomas DeAngelis, Battalion 8. '76 climb of the 343 commitment, and we're coming around the back side of the first vertical. You got it, brother. First vertical, down, 6 more to go. For Battalion Chief Thomas DeAngelis. To honor his sacrifice given 9/11/2001, we climb and carry to that vertical 110. To his wife, Patty, who was left behind, and daughter Nicole of Long Island. Your husband and your father will never be forgotten. His legacy, his time serving his community and the citizens of New York for over 20 plus years will never be forgotten. He was stationed out of Manhattan at the 8 Ball with Engine 8 and Ladder 2 on Battalion 8. Responded to the World Trade Centers 9/11/2001 and got to work in the greatest rescue effort in United States history, where over 25,000 were rescued. One thing his wife said, with over 22 years of experience, Tommy DeAngelis, the battalion chief, Battalion 8, didn't have to go into buildings anymore like he used to. But she knew in the back of her heart that her husband would never send a firefighter in a building that he didn't check out himself beforehand. So here we go with the second vertical for Battalion Chief Thomas DeAngelis, Battalion 8. Second vertical. Each one closer. Another brother. Climbing this 343 commitment has been a lot of reflection and learning the stories and the legacies that I bring forward on the brothers that were lost. 76 brothers have been carried to the top so far. And each story, family left behind, legacy of not only being a firefighter, a captain, a lieutenant, battalion chief, not only being a brother, but some were teachers, some were cooks, some worked in trying to make their communities a better place to live. So much experience was lost on 9/11/2001. And it's for this reason that we honor their sacrifice, so our brothers are never forgotten. So right now we're carrying Battalion Chief Thomas DeAngelis, Battalion 8 out of Manhattan, to that top symbolic 110th floor. Not stopping until this climb is complete. One of my next goals in the 343 commitment is surpassing or achieving 200,000 stairs, which will be probably another 5 or 6 climbs, and I'll be there. It's very interesting to see what it takes to get up that many stairs on a regular basis. But that's the commitment that's been drawn, and the line that's been crossed, that every brother would be carried vertical. Each and every one would have their story and legacy carried forth and told, so it will never be forgotten. And it's a large moment of self-reflection at the same time, because there's times that you don't know if you're gonna be able to push, but you've got the brothers literally with us being carried, and you can almost feel that they're right here with you, making the climb, finishing their footsteps, carrying them all the way to the top. And that's what gives me the drive, the push, and being able to dig deep and taking our brothers vertical. So here comes the third vertical for Battalion Chief Thomas DeAngelis, Battalion 8. This climb is dedicated to the FDNY, both up and on the line, to Manhattan, Battalion 8, Engine 8, and Ladder 2 out of the 8 ball, to the family of Battalion Chief Thomas DeAngelis, left behind his wife Patty and his daughter Nicole. Our brother, your husband and father, will never be forgotten. Every day, they're in our hearts and minds. 343 I wear on my arm, and I climb for every one of them. This is something that has to be done to keep our brothers alive. This is the 76th climb, working towards 100 now. Not stopping until every brother is accounted for in the 343. Only then, on the 343rd climb, will I feel that the commitment and this journey has been fulfilled. And it's a long-term commitment which will be completed. So we're coming up on the back half of the third vertical for Battalion Chief Thomas DeAngelis. So this is Battalion Chief Thomas DeAngelis, Battalion 8. This is his 110, finishing his footsteps. The legs may feel jello because I've had climbs almost every day this week and multiples of times, but our brother deserves the honor and respect to be carried vertical, and that's what's going on right now. So this is for Battalion Chief Thomas DeAngelis. He actually had dinner with his wife Patty in Long Island on September 10th. He left to go cover his 24-hour shift at Battalion 8 and on September 11th. And his wife told him, "Be careful, I love you," and his sacrifice was made so that others could live. So for this reason, we give them honor and respect within these climbs. Battalion Chief Thomas DeAngelis, Battalion 8. had an over 20-year career in the FDNY. He was considering retiring 1 or 2 years down the road because he was pushing over 50, and he was going to consider writing children's books as his retirement time, and being with his wife Patty and his daughter Nicole. This is to keep his legacy alive and to honor the sacrifice made 9/11/2001 so that others could live. He joined the FDNY to make a difference. Had a 20+ year career of doing exactly that. When he turned to promoted to battalion chief, Patty, his wife, said, okay, you don't have to go into burning buildings anymore like you used to for your 20-year career. But she knew in her heart that her husband, Battalion Chief Thomas DeAngelis, would not send a firefighter in a building which he had nothing of an idea of the dangers that may have existed that his firefighter was going to get exposed to. That's just the way he was. So this, again, is to pay honor and to give respect where respect is due. So that finishes the 4th vertical of this 110. Moving on to the 5th, 6th, and 7th. For Battalion Chief Thomas DeAngelis. One thing that I did find out at his Manhattan house, his nickname was Chuckles because of his good-hearted attitude and candor at the firehouse. But one thing that also was said, when the tones dropped, Battalion Chief Thomas DeAngelis got down to business. Personal safety of his men and staff was utmost. And the joking and the games were put aside because, again, it was time to get to business. He will never be forgotten. A little bit more of a break, and then the 5th vertical for Battalion Chief Thomas DeAngelis, Manhattan Battalion 8, Engine 8, the 8-ball, and Ladder 2. There we go, 5th vertical right now. So this climb is dedicated to the FDNY, both off and on the line, to Manhattan's Battalion 8, Engine 8, the 8-ball, and Ladder 2. Our brother will never be forgotten. His legacy will carry forth for years and years and years to come. Each time another brother is taken vertical, Their story and their legacy will be brought to the forefront. To his wife Patty and daughter Nicole, your husband and father, and his heroism and bravery in the efforts of rescuing others on 9/11/2001 will never be forgotten. His sacrifice was made so that others could live. And in the greatest rescue effort in United States history, upwards of 25,000 did. To keep his legacy alive, we climb, carrying him to the 110, finishing the footsteps that went before us, getting him to that symbolic top floor of the towers. So, here we are, over halfway there. For Battalion Chief Thomas DeAngelis, FDMI out of Manhattan. Battalion 8, Engine 8, known as the 8 Ball, along with Ladder 2. Known to his brothers at the firehouse as Chuckles because of his personality and joyfulness and comedic side there at the firehouse. Like I said before, when the tones dropped, Battalion Chief DeAngelis brought it about to business. There was a mission that needed to be accomplished. Lives that needed to be preserved, and fires that needed to be extinguished. To pay honor and respect to his life and legacy. To let his wife and daughter, Patty and Nicole, know that the brotherhood and sisterhood of fire will always remember our brothers lost and the sacrifices made on 9/11/2001. Second to last vertical for Battalion Chief Thomas DeAngelis. I read that he and his wife had dinner together at their home on Long Island before he went in for his 24-hour tour in Manhattan, encompassing 9/11/2001. Knowing that when that alarm assignment came in, he and his fellow brothers responded to the trade centers, not knowing what to expect, but jumping directly into action and saving, rescuing, and preserving life. This is noted to be the greatest rescue effort in United States history, where upwards of 25,000+ were saved. It's because of the heroism and bravery of the 343, the first response community, and the brothers and sisters, hours, days, weeks, months, and up to now, who are dealing with the effects of what's called 9/11 sickness due to working the pile. Not giving up, trying to find their brothers. Never quitting. So this climb never quits. Alright. So, got a little bit of a last leeway effort. Nice little breather climb before the last part of the tower to get us to the 101st floor to get that last vertical to carry Battalion Chief Thomas DeAngelis, Battalion 8, with an over 20-year career in the FDNY, giving his best to his citizens of New York City. This is to complete his steps, finish his climb, take him to the symbolic 110, pushing it for Battalion Chief DeAngelis. This is, I guess, between yesterday and today, the third climb of this 48-hour tour, and I might be able to get one more brother vertical tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. We'll see in the morning. But as like I said before, this is Battalion Chief DeAngelis vertical. 110 floors, 2,420 stairs. Another brother touching the vertical. Alright, here we go. This climb is dedicated to the FDNY, off and on the line. For Battalion Chief Thomas DeAngelis, Battalion 8 out of Manhattan, who was housed with Engine 8, the 8-ball, and Ladder 2. This climb is dedicated to his wife Patty and his daughter Nicole, who were left behind after 9/11/2001. Your husband and father were part of a brave and heroic effort, saving lives, performing rescues so that others could live. And for this, I pay honor and respect to that sacrifice made. His and 342 other brothers. That we always remember, that we never forget the brothers who have gone before us. The 343 will not be forgotten. No matter what our country wants to do, they're in our hearts and on our minds. And I wear the 343 on my arm. Never forget, there's a very large commitment that we as a fire service have taken heated to keep it going. So with this climb is now reached. 102nd floor. 8 more floors. I'm Battalion Chief Thomas DeAngelis, Manhattan Battalion 8, Engine 8, the 8 ball, on ladder 2. Your climb will be complete, and the next brother will soon be following. Each step closer to the next, to bake the next floor. 110 floors brings another brother to the top. Now my goal is to get to the 100 brothers. 100. The 4th milestone will be done. I'm really hoping to have it done before I travel to New York City to climb World Trade Center 4. To be able to have 100 brothers vertical by that time. And then around the corner, 6 or 8 climbs from now, or whatever it turns out to be, I'll be coming up on the 200,000 stair mark. I'm pushing towards the next. Each day, on shift, more brothers complete the vertical. They will not be forgotten, nor will any be forgotten. It is this reason that we climb, and we keep their legacies alive, that we keep their sacrifice in the forefront, because so many others were saved within their efforts. Remember this, and I say it a lot, but it has a lot of meaning to it. When you wake up in the morning and you're breathing, you've been given another day. What are you going to do with that day is up to you. But I'm going to do everything I can to try to make a difference and try to change people's lives, because we're granted another day in which to do that. So, with that, I'm going to finish climbing the last few floors for Battalion Chief Thomas DeAngelis, Battalion 8, housed in Manhattan, with Engine 8 and Ladder 2. And with that, Battalion Chief DeAngelis. Sir, it's been my honor to take you to the top. Rest in peace, Chief. We got it from here.